Oh my. Oh my god. You guys, I never told you a little thing about me. You know how like egos, like especially bald egos, when they mate for life. Okay, like I'm something extraordinary, right? And when I first met Andre, I thought that he was really the person I was always gonna be with, always, because I had spent like almost 20 years, like, a little over 20 years of my life finding somebody on this planet that could got me and could take me every day. And Shelby, I honestly believe, let me tell you something about Shelby, because he's on his way, okay? And he's really, 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 really rough around the edges, just like me. Just like me. Difference is that he's a man, you guys. Okay? And he's just like really, he's not controlling. He really, really loves me. Like, oh my god. You guys, the first time I met him, he told me that he was in prison. Like, I've been to fucking jail, but I've never been to prison. But listen, I honestly feel like that was like strike one, you know? His sister, he says, I look just like his sister. Isn't that crazy? And she died from AIDS. And he said God sent him, to me. What the fuck does that mean? And then these trolls, like, fucking throw this shit at me, you know? I haven't even had sex with him, and he's come back for 3 days. Why? Like, why would a guy want to be with me if I haven't even had sex with him? Do you know what I'm saying? And why would he tell me all these things about him? Like, do you know what I'm saying? And then he just called me. My sister was hating on him so much because she was like, he's a murderer. You know what? He calls it murder because of what he did. You know what? When people whoop your ass and you're a hot-headed male and you've got a gun, sometimes you fucking react, okay? But listen, what made it a murder was the fact that he got his, like, Shelby had a brain injury really, really bad. You know, that's why that was part of the reason why he didn't have a really lengthy murder sentence, is because the two men that he shot, they beat his ass so so bad that Shelby has. I'm gonna show it to you guys. So he'll show you guys. It's a huge huge scar, and he's fucking 44 years old, and the scar is still almost 3/4 of an inch thick. Okay, it's in his head. They beat him so so bad, you know. And what made it murder was that he got his ass whooped. He was still conscious. Went home and brought the gun back and shot them up. That makes it premeditated, and you're conscious because you're planning it, you know? He got 16 years and he did 8 years of his sentence. And he calls it murder and he owns up to what he did. Like, I mean, I burglarized people. Like, I fucking was a person that, like, used to wait outside while my friends went and fucking burglarized places. And I don't care how you skin it. If you do it, you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same person that fucking is the getaway is still the same person that was robbing the bank to me. Okay? And so, he just like really fucking loves me. And I don't know why. Nobody loves me. Especially men. They don't love me because they don't respect me. And they don't, but the first day he showed me all of his good qualities, and then, like, I don't know, the second day he had a bad day. The third day he called me and apologized. And I haven't had sex with him. I fondled with his dick and shit. Mostly he just told me a story. Nobody cares. They just left. Nobody wants to care. Like nobody cares about me. Nobody wants to help me through this. Like they call me names. Like he's it. Like it was a deal breaker. I've never in fucking almost 10 years had a man tell me that he loved me to my eyes. I never wanted sex or anything like that. He resisted it. It was sick. It was crazy. And I tempted him because I don't have to tempt very much. I mean, look at me. It was really hard. But they call him, name my sister is calling him a murderer. And I'm just saying, like, yeah, he committed murder. But listen, I honestly feel like people that, like, it takes a really, really special circumstance for a person to commit murder. Because murder is murder. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? There's manslaughter, and that's in a car, and there's murder, okay? Okay? Well, actually, manslaughter is something else, you know, but most people are familiar with vehicular. But nobody cares about what I'm going through because Shelby is on his way, and Shelby is rough around the edges, but Shelby cares a lot about me. Shelby loves me. Shelby loves me. I know Shelby loves me. I've been with this man every day for 3 days, and I've not had sex with him. Not protected, and at the end of the day, people can judge you for whatever, but I would never do what the person that fucking, did to me, look how good of a person I am. Do you think that I would ever go around spreading HIV or anything like that? Of course not. The fuck? Besides, even if I was a mean person, it would be bad for my social media brand. The fuck would that do? Mm. No, Star, because my soulmate is on his way. I met him. He's on his way. It's the third day, baby. I've never been with a man, and he told me he loved me, everything. But he was sentenced in 1994 to a crime of murder, second degree murder, and he got second degree murder and he's sentenced 16 years, and he got out in 8 years. 16, 8, everyone knows you do 2/3 of your sentence. So that's extra good time. He only did half of his sentence, and he really does love me. But he's rough around the edges so fucking much, like, I've never, like, he told me the first time I met him that he did all this shit. He told me God sent him to me. Like, he showed me all the good and all the bad in just 2 fucking days. And then today, my sister was bashing him, right? Like, really bad, calling him all this and all that. And I understand that it's murder, but when you put it like that, then you have to think about, like, it's like, okay, well, it's it's the force behind the stigma. It's not the word so much, it's the stigma. And he's actually embraced it, but I feel like he's actually not embraced it. Like, he's kind of like went along with it, but he understands the fact that when he got his ass whipped by those two dudes, and he went down the street and around the corner and grabbed his gun and came back, that made it premeditated. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he understands that. But nobody can resist my charms. Jay, nobody. Nobody. And he took my power away from me yesterday for about 3 hours. And it's not happened ever in my life. I got it a long, long time ago. I was like 14 years old. It was like a little flame, and it's always grown bigger. The flame has never felt damp. Ever. Even in my lowest, when I'm sitting here crying and I feel like my world's ending, it's never ever gone out. And he just fucking like took it, like, he didn't really put it out, he just took it. And I felt like I didn't have it no more. For like 3 fucking hours. It was like that. He calls me, you know. It was so crazy. So I just left my sister forced me, like literally forced me out of her house just now, which actually pissed me off because at the end of the day, Yeah, my mom treated her bad, but my mom treats me bad all the time. And at the end of the day, I just deal with it. I cry about it, and I hope that people don't judge me for it. But you know, fucks me up too. But like, it doesn't make sense to fucking like Martin pissed me off. But I was like, it was really sick because I literally walked out the door. No sooner did I walk out the door, I couldn't even get out down the steps, you guys. Hi, I'm sorry. I locked the door. I couldn't even get out of the steps. She forced me out of my own sister forced me out of. And you all know I love my sister so much. She's my best friend. And he calls me. His voice sounds crackly. He was like, "How are you?" Like, what do you mean, how the fuck am I? I was like, "Why are you calling me after the way you treated me last night?" He was like, "I'm sorry, but what did that, like, he tries to play like I don't fucking remember shit, bitch. You don't fucking remember. You remember. You know what? Just shit don't go your fucking way, and then you start acting all funny, just like I do. She forces me out so then he could call. It was meant. Everything I do is collect. Like, my life is not like I mean, everyone would like to think that their lives are. Let's put it this way: my life is very, very controlled by outer influences. I don't even realize it. Like, she forced me out because she was being a bitch, and she wouldn't understand the fact that she just, you know, she doesn't understand the accomplishment she's accomplished. She looks at it like she's still lonely. And yeah, you may be a little bit lonely, but you can take solace in what you've gained, and then that's something to build on. It's a platform. It's yours. That's all you need. Something. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, I mean, you don't even really need that. All you need is to have a real, real, real strong will. Think about it. Dr. Dre never even fucking rented an apartment. He went from sleeping on his fucking mama's fucking couch in the basement to living, or his sisters, his mama or sisters went to fucking buying a mansion. You know? That's what it's about. But Shelby loves me and he's on his way. And he's really fucking rough on her edge. He's like me. Only difference is that he went to fucking prison and he's a male. And he's kind of dominant like me. But no, he does care. He loves me so much. It's crazy. And he can resist my power. It's so crazy. He took my flame. It was fucked up, you guys. I never felt like that before. He didn't even come back and call me like, and then nerve to call me back. The fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna give him a chance. He doesn't want sex from me. You see, that's one of the hardest tests for people, for men. Is that I'm like kind of a temptress too because I just like really, really like my body. Not all of my body, but some parts I do, and the things I don't, I just accent them to where they, like, I just suit my meat. Like, I just figure out what like works good with me. I have a really, really good like. I'm very feminine with my walk mostly, and everything is very feminine with me, and I've always lived my life that way, and so, um, I'm really sexy, and I can get really, really sexy with everything I do. If I want to tempt a man, that's the first. Because if a man, if he can control, if guys cannot control their shit, that's their first. They can't do it. They can't do it, and I swear to God, they can't. Only the strongest of men. Don't be happy for me yet, baby, because he's a fucking shark, girl. I told you, I swim with a whole mess full of fucking. We all do, really. I mean, the world is a bunch of fucking sharks, and most of us are guppies. But that's why we pack up in like families and cities. We group together. But I'm just not average, and I really, really wanted to be so, so bad. And my sister gets offended. She's like, "I don't want to be known as your little sister." And I was like, "Well, I'm sorry. You know what? I've like put my whole life out there because it's the only way I could do it. I couldn't talk to my family at all. They don't talk to me at all. Can't talk to them. They don't want to talk about anything. I would have killed myself if I didn't go on live do something. Like, the fuck? I don't know. I started with YouTube because I was like, I gotta start fucking putting something out, but I had to like get it out there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like really like get too much feedback or comments and shit like that, and most of them were like positive. I never got negative comments really until like, you know, was when I first got my really. Oh, no, I'm joking. I got my very first comment when I came at Janet Jackson. I didn't really come at her. I just said that it reminded me of Janet Jackson because I didn't know she was working on this song. It reminded me of the Beyonce album, and they were like, "How dare you compare them to?" It's like, holy shit, they came at me big time. And the second one was when I fucking called Bruce Jenner a man because I didn't like it. He was too old to be claiming all these titles because you had a lot of time and you spent like, I don't know, fucking like 400 years in Hollywood. Everyone knows that like Hollywood outnumbers, like gay people outnumber goddamn Hollywood. Are you trying to tell me you had nobody to reach out to? You're just doing this for fucking like, and you're taking too much glory. It pissed me off. I made videos about it. They attacked me like a motherfucker. But, they attack him too. He's always feeling attacked, for real. But whatever he wants from me, it's not sex. But he did tell me he loves me, and he can contain me. It's crazy. It's exciting. Nobody can control me. Nobody. It's very exciting. Not even Dre could. I was very like he was just like I needed Dre because Dre would do anything I wanted. And I just started taking a baby, and like I tried, like Dre was very like, what scared me is what the things that he did. You know what I'm saying? Like he reminded me of a wolf in sheep clothing. That's like type of don't be quick to fall in love with a guy that's so helpful. You know, especially when you're in need. Because I needed to have David, but I didn't know how to take care of a baby, and I didn't really know, and I was like really, I was afraid to like say something to my mom at work because then they would blame me and everything would be my fault. So I just like figured out what David liked and I just worked through it because I just needed David. And it's like, you know, I was going through bad things like then because like I didn't really start like I didn't stop my criminal ways until David was 3 months old. David was 3 months old when I got bit up by the canine dogs, and I was like, you know what, fuck that. This is ridiculous. This is not me. Like, I'm not this person. He makes me happy sometimes, and he does love me, and that's enough to start out with because I don't know what love it feels like. Not to be told it, and I can see through everybody. Like, I swear to God, you guys, there's not too many liars. I can tell everyone. I can read them. I can read everyone. There's not too many people I can't read it. I can even see his soul. It's scary as fuck. It's so scary. You guys don't understand. This keeps me alive. They cannot. Nobody can take me out because I can see them. Like I see all these motherfuckers. They are weak as fuck because they all have insecurities. Just the thought of it. People think that you have to like, ooh, threaten your mother. No, you just have to make them think it. You know, thoughts are so much more powerful than anything like that. You know, and I don't fucking like. I cut to the chase. Like he really like I really like put it on like it's really difficult to be around me because I'm toxifying and I'm very like I don't stop. I'm always doing something. The room was always very energetic around me. You'll always feel something. Very inspired, very angry, pissed off, irritated, something. Very something always. hmm it's like it's literally like bipolar. hmm Only the difference is I'm not bipolar. It's just I don't know how to express it because I never really had a chance to. So I just had really big bursts of it because it's so scary. And nobody ever loves me because I'm so fucking good at like everything. And if I'm really good at everything, anything I want to be good at, I can be good at. I don't want to do football boy things because that's just stupid. But I'm fucking smarter than the only person, to be honest, on this block probably smarter than me is my Uncle Bob. And the only thing that keeps him so smart is that he's got like 100 years. He knows old things. He retained old things. Yep. He keeps me tethered to my uncle, to my grandpa. But he's not like my grandpa. My grandpa was better. My grandpa was everything to me. He would have the answers to this. My grandpa would. My grandpa would never judge him for being, because he would understand exactly. Like I swear to God, Shelby, my grandpa would get along so well. My grandpa was the best guy I ever knew. I'll never know anybody like him. Man, he was the last guy I ever believed that loved me. He said he loved me. Grandpa, men don't tell me that they love me. Not like that, because I could see, because like I've been traumatized so fucking much, but it's like especially them. Like they are not like, I just see so many weaknesses in men, but they're so strong on the exterior. The first part is to see through their eyes. Why do you think I'm so good at team? Like men are so easy. Women are the tough ones because they feminize and shit like that. You gotta look past them. And it's hard too when they got blue eyes. Because you know what I'm saying? Like a dark, you know what I'm saying? Like you can tell shark women. Who's a shark woman? You see a lot of momagers. What's her face? Shit. Chris Jenner. I mean, you can give her as much work as you want, but she'll always have shark eyes. You know what I'm saying? But darker eyes are easy to tell, and also when you get old, you know. But you can't misconfuse like sharks with life, because people like really have to. It took me a long time to realize that a person can soften up. No, sharks are sharks. They're like just it's black. No matter, like black ass, motherfucking dark ass eyes. You know, blue eyed devils though, you can't really tell them, and they're really. I mean, they're pretty young. They're pretty. It's hard to tell. But Shelby cares about me, and Shelby has a temper, and Shelby says what the fuck is in his mind. He never stops talking, just like me. And he says weird things, but I'm not ready to tell him quite yet. Because I'm not really ready to have sex with him. I don't want to have sex with him because it's already been 3 days and he's on his way. Like, what the fuck? I don't really, like, yeah, I gave him a few connections, like, but he already had it. I just fucking pointed him in the right direction because I'm a good person. And you know what? I won't do drug deals for you, but you know what? I'll to show you where to fucking get them off at. I just don't like people going into danger. So if I know where, I'll direct you to him. There you go. Bye bye, baby. And you can call me whatever I want. Wow, that's a good person. Because if you care about somebody, you wouldn't want somebody, because they're gonna do it anyways. You don't do it for them. You don't touch it. But what you do is if you can point them in a safe direction. Like the best way I can describe it is my sister Amber. Amber was a really good example because of like you're smoking like weed with Amber. I smoked weed with Amber ever since she was 14 years old, and she was the first person in our family to graduate in the state of Minnesota since the 1960s. 1961 to be exact, or 1963. He'll be here. He'll be here. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's like, she'll fail. Do you know what happened when Amber was like a senior? Amber like went through a really big depression. Why? That's why that dress that I saved that dress for a year. That's why I hate my hair so bad, because I was going through an awkward phase because I was just experimenting with weaves because my hair was not growing and I was just really awkward at the time. But I didn't have good fashion sense. I was starting to get really good fashion sense around 2012, especially with who I was. I saved that. It was a year. I saved it. hmm And you know what's so crazy is like I didn't know I was saving it. I think I was saving it because it was just like so fancy. I was like, I really love it, and it was like one of the first like dresses I ever had. It was like that's like really fancy. I only wore it one time, and I hate that fucking hair. I hate my hair in that fucking goddamn picture. That's why I posted on Instagram. I should fucking hashtag that. But I can tell Shelby all those things. Shelby says I look just like his sister, and she died from AIDS. He says that God sent him to me, and I know that God didn't send him to me. I think he misconfuses. Like people have like when people are inspired. I think like then get this. Listen, I haven't seen him for a day. You know that you guys know that I'm okay. Silver. Silver. What's so special about silver? I mean, I know it's precious, but I've always found it insignificant. Hmm. The Black's Cupid's Accordions. I really can't stand the fact that he thinks these are real. I don't argue with him either because you know what? Like, um, but baby, even before I started robbing houses, I understood that this is carbon. Carbon has to breathe. Also, nobody sets black diamonds in silver because it's stupid and tacky. If it's silver, if it looks silver, and it's for real, genuinely black diamonds, it's always going to be in a white gold or even a platinum maybe. Because black diamonds kind of sounds fancy, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying, yo? I would have been a great jeweler. I would have been a great jeweler. I would have been a great everything, guys. I'm terrified of fucking Shelby. I'm so terrified of him. I know I gotta tell him soon. Because he really wants, like, I don't, like, he keeps on mentioning my section. He really, every time I see him, he says that, like, oh my god, this is the third day, and I'm gonna look at his shoes, too. He made it a point, like, I always look at men's shoes. Hell, I judge them right away. He put all of his insecurities out. It was really fucking scary. It was so fucking scary. I look at guys' shoes because you can tell a lot about a guy's shoes, okay? Because if first you have to look, okay, a guy's shoes will say that, he cares about himself. But listen, don't read too much into it because then you gotta start saying, is it cockiness, okay? It was really like, there's some dead giveaways. You don't see it too often anymore, but you kind of sometimes see it with like the tags and shit. Like I don't give a fuck what it is, bitch. Take the tag off your shit. I hate it when they do it with the hats too. It bothers the shit out of me. It really fucking does. It's almost like a trophy, like it's first or second or third one. It's like, bitch, don't tell people that. Own it like you've always owned it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it really fucking it it like it doesn't want to brand you, but it puts you in a state of mind where you can't really feel like probably to the next level because you're still stuck there. You know, I'm trying to get my sister to understand the like she's not a sociopath. She's a really good person, but she really, really, really doesn't want to accept the fact that she didn't experience anything. And that's what childhood's about. You have to have lots of good experiences. And even though I've had a really bad fucking I mean, I didn't have a really great I don't know, I had a really good childhood though, yeah. I mean, not really. Like I always had an escape because everyone loved Drew. I was special. Like, I swear to God. It really was special. And if I wasn't, they always made me feel like it was. And then I just I don't know. I was just always special, and I needed like, I always blew their minds, and always grew, and always worked hard, and never fucking gave up. And I always discovered myself, and I never thought right now I'd be talking to you, doing real paragraphs without stuttering at all, without even thinking about it. I don't worry about stuttering at all. And there's a time where that's all I thought about, and then I was like, oh my god, are they gonna say I'm gay? Because I really was always feminine, and I was always a transgender. I was always a girl. I was a boy, so they branded me gay and this, and then I went through the gay phase, and then I was confused because, for real, it's all they said, gay, 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 gay. And if you dressed up, you're a freak or a drag queen, And I'm a woman that can't be loved because even if the guys want to love you, they're afraid what people are gonna say. Do you know, I didn't even ask him. He said that he would fucking cuss out his own goddamn mama. His own mama. If she disrespected or said anything bad about me. I was like, that's your mom. He was like, well, at the end of the day, you can't choose who you care about. But listen, I would do the same motherfucking thing. I cuss my mama out too. I wouldn't hate her, but I cuss my mama out. She does the same shit to me. The fuck? Me and my mom were really close because we had a lot, we were traumatized a lot, It was just differently because she was actually physically beaten up and emotionally, and she was spiritually tied to him through her kids, It was really, really hectic. It was her whole life was dramatic, but I was right there with her because like I was the one that always would love her, no matter what they did, I always love her. This light is green, and I've never seen a porch light green, but I do know that my God, Lucifer's favorite color is green. Hmm. And oh, look at the four things that Shelby left behind were my favorite things. Okay, the coat, which is warmth, that's fire. And you know what's so crazy? Is I had been wearing this shit all day and I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know what the fuck, why. I could not figure it out. But I figured it out now. And then as soon as I figured it out, Amber's kicking me out of her house. Then Shelby calls me. Okay. I don't give a fuck. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just showing you guys the symbols, okay? Everybody knows that I'm a pro pattern place. Look at this wheat bite. But look at this. The lion. Lion. Leo. Lucifer. The king of the jungle. We're all animalistic, aren't we all? King of the jungle is the lion, okay? Even though everyone knows that if a motherfucking, if a goddamn tiger was in fucking, actually, to be honest, that's not true, because tigers are solitary fucking animals for the most part. It's rare for them to fight in packs, where lions, they hunt in prides, but they get separated a lot. So it's a fair game. Anyways, so the signs are this. Earth, because he's, okay, water, because it's a bong. I've never seen anything quite like it either. I like to think, when I saw this, I was like, wow, that's a fucking bong. Yep. You gonna do this? Water. Put in. Bong. Okay. You don't have to fucking smoke weed. You don't smoke anything. Vape. Air. I was like, what the fuck is, I mean, this coat meant something. What the fuck is that? I mean, earth, air. Fire, duh. Warmth brings you heat. Heat is fire. She's the one. 4 signs. It's really, really intricate too, guys. I'm gonna show you this. You see, because these have to be personal. It's personal. Look. That's what's so special about my religion. See? Personal. Everyone will be different. They all be the same. Look at the crosses, the lion. Hear me roar. Oh. But everything's hand-picked. I don't know how. God did something. Look at it. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's a fucking cannabis pipe, but it's fucking. And you know what's so funny? Is this is made out of the same material that my grandpa used to fucking have connected to his air machines and BiPAPs. And I was like, what the fuck? Now everyone always wants to go straight to vapes, but there's actual vape. Like if I wanted to quit smoking, I can actually get nicotine oil. Yes. Everyone wants to go straight to like, oh, you just vote marijuana. No, but this is air. It vapes. It's air. Symbolic. You guys gotta find symbology. And most of all, his fucking. I carry this coat all day long. These things I carry with me. Isn't that strange? Mm-hmm. How did I meet Dre again? I met Dre through Tommy. Tommy was like Tom, and I met Tommy because of Robin. Robin was like my aunt. She's like I've known her my whole life, so you always meet. You know, like the more people try to meet people through like social media and stuff like that. I mean, it happens and stuff like that, but it's just not the way it works. Just like not real. Shelby will come. Shelby will always come. But you know what? I'm kind of pissed off at him because he gave that bitch $25 fucking dollars, right? and I had to go get my motherfucking money, and I lost $5 out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you motherfucking give a bitch deposits on hair, and you ask for the money back, I don't give a fuck if it's your cousin or not. You ain't getting all your money back. The bitch didn't want to answer her phone, but nobody wants to take me on. Swear to God, I swear, I just like, I just don't understand it. But it actually is. It comes from my stepdad, I think, because like he is terrifying to me. Like it's like I'm like very like or like nobody will take me on if they have to, because it's like I don't like to lose. So she fucking avoided me for 10 hours. Well, not 10 hours. I got there at 4:30, but I told her that I was a block away. No, I told her that I was leaving my house at 11 o'clock. But I didn't make it there for 5.5 hours. But as soon as I called her 3 times in a row and she still didn't answer, I texted her and said, "Look, I'm a block away and I need my motherfucking money. Okay?" I called her right back, and this time she answered. I was like, "Where you at, honey?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm at home." "I know you are, bitch, because I'm gonna be at your home too." Okay. Yes, I did. I missed you too, baby. Yeah. And you know how I got there? I got there on a light rail. Do you know where she lives? She lives in a really awkward spot. Her fucking like, God. Okay, so like there. Okay, when I was a kid, there was like this like aluminum, like that whole like passageway that like I pointed out. I'll try to remember. But I drive it all the time. You've seen me drive it the road a lot of time. Like it's one of the like roads I drive when I go to the east side. Like anytime I go east, I'm on that road. But when I was a kid, it used to end. It used to end because there was this big ass fucking building that like it was a recycling plant. The respect like this like recycling plants have moved out kind of by the rivers now. And but no, but when I was a kid, it was huge, and they used to have these huge mounds of dirt. They were high as fuck, higher than the fucking goddamn buildings themselves. And Shelby's gonna get me out of here. I was like, what the fuck is that green light? I hated this green light. I really do. But then I started watching Rihanna's videos, and I was like, why the fuck is she at the Radio Music Awards singing "Bitch Better Have My Money" wearing that loud ass fucking um jacket, it was like green. It stood out. She's the only one. Everyone has black. The whole thing was black, but green. That green was symbolic. I was thinking, why is it so green? Yeah, the radio. You'll have to look it up. But it was "Bitch Better Have My Money." It was a performance she did one time um at the Radio Music Awards in New York. Okay, and you'll always know what the performance is because it's the stylistic. They come out of a chopper that you would see in like military, and when they come dancing, they're all black women, but they dance very still. The style is almost like a satire Nazi, the way you would see a Nazi dance or walk, very straight. You get what I'm saying? Like straight, like you know, and everything is black. But that fucking green. Green. Like, my life is so much better now that I understand things. I stop forcing things. Like, I just force shit all the time. Shelby does scare me, though. He scares me because, like, there's so many things that I can do. The person that can't hold me back or won't hold me back but can tether me down. Because there has to be, like, because I'm telling you, I want to do things so big, you guys. I do need someone to keep me tethered. And it's really hard. Nobody can do it. Nobody in my whole family. Nobody. Not one. Nobody can. And not even Dre. I needed him because he was my babysitter. I trusted him because he looked weak. Turns out that weak looking guys are the most dangerous of all. Watch out for them. Especially the ones looking eager to please. You know. Don't just look at the obvious, you know what I'm saying? Because the ones that look they're the weakest and they look for vulnerabilities. sex vulnerabilities normally because they're freaks. People that are weak and really eager to please don't get that pussy. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Unless you pay for it. Do a have a good job. You know what I'm saying? Well, sometimes. Because, well, I mean, unless you're a stupid whore, you know, I mean, I really don't see too many stupid whores because I don't really fuck with them all that much. You see, like, stupid is stupid, and it don't really matter what you do, just don't be dumb at it. So, like, I don't do that type of thing. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. It makes so much sense that, I mean, I don't even remember what the fuck I said, but it was really real. No, I'm just sitting here, baby. I don't want to go upstairs into that cell, because I hate that cell. I hate here. I hate it here. I told you guys this will be the best year of my life. But sometimes when you really, really want something, it doesn't have to feel real. And I do need to, like, you guys, like, I'm like, I do need to feel like I'm mortal sometimes. Like, I got this, like, really, like, it's almost like okay, like the greatest warriors in all history, like, they motherfucking, like, even, like, oh, God, let me think of something, like, even down into, like, the warriors, like, MacArthur, or God, I can't think of it. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think right now because I can't think of any references right now. But, like, Indian wars, I can't think of, like, mine's just all messed up right now because I really am nervous with Shelby. I don't know how he's feeling sometimes. And, like, I'm always, like, and you know what's so crazy? It's like he knows the fuck out of me. I swear he knows. He keeps on saying shit about me. It's really weird. He knows everything about me. He's just waiting. He's just like, he doesn't, like, I don't know. It's not ready. But he needs to hurry the fuck up because I ain't got time either. Like, like, you see, like, I don't like that shit. Like, in a couple minutes, like right now, I'm gonna call him right now. I'll be right back.